Are you sick and tired of your ropes, hoses and leads being a tangled mess? So today I'm going to show you how to coil any rope, hose or cable so it never gets tangled again. So today I'm going to show you 3 techniques depending on what you want to roll up to help keep you tangle free. So if we start to roll up our rope in a circle like this, what we're actually doing is putting a twist in the rope. When I go to straighten it out, you'll see that it kinks. This is why you're getting tangled. The first technique is to properly hank your paracord or smaller cordage so that it pulls out the center tangle free. Here's how we do that. So for smaller cordage like paracord, I'm going to come across my palm around the back of my thumb. Then I'm going to come around the back of my little finger and around the back of my thumb. This is going to give us a figure 8 and therefore it's going to take the twist out of the rope. For longer paracord, we have our fingers further apart. For smaller pieces like this one, we just bring our fingers closer together. And we come around the back of each finger each time, just like that. When we get close to the end of our rope, we slide that off our little finger and pinch it in the middle. Now we take the tag end of our rope and come over the top. With our next one, we come underneath that one. That locks it all in place. Leave a gap with our thumb and poke that tail end. Lock it off like that. Now when we pull on that tail end of the rope, it should all just slide out through the center. If it locks off, just stop, pull a section out. It just means it got wrapped around one of the loops. The second method is for longer lengths of rope. Same principle applies, but a slightly different technique. What we're going to do here is we're going to take the tail end of our rope and we're just going to sit it between our thumb and our hand and come around the back of our hand. Now I'm going to come under my elbow on the closest side of my body and then around my hand again on the same side. So I come from the inside to the inside. And you can see that that's forming a figure 8 over my wrist. What you can see here is that we've formed a figure 8 on our rope, and this is going to avoid it twisting up. I'm going to lock that off the same way as I did the paracord, but I'm going to leave myself a slightly longer tail. So what I'm going to do here is when I come over the top of my thumb, I'm going to take a bite of that tail end and feed it through. And then I've got a stopper knot in the end that's going to stop it from coming all the way through. If I feed that through the bite in the middle of the rope here, that gives me somewhere to hang it. This now gives me 2 ways to deploy this line. When it's time to undo our rope, we simply pull out that loop that we were hanging it off, grab hold of our stopper knot, and then we can do a couple of unraveling twists. From here you can throw your rope and it won't tangle. Or I can take the other tail end of the rope, pull it through, and it deploys the same as the paracord. For hoses and extension leads, I use a different technique. On the first one, I'm going to make a single loop. Then on the second pass, I'm going to turn my hand around so I can make an underhand loop to go under that. Then I'm going to take another overhand loop and then an underhand loop. Twist that around, put it behind. An overhand loop goes over the top. Underhand loop comes underneath, and we continue that pattern. When we get to the end of our cord, we just want to wrap that around once, come underneath, pull it tight so that the plug gets caught underneath. Pass that loop through those bites. That's going to give you somewhere to hang your cord. To undo it, we simply pull on the end that we want to plug in and then throw the rest of the cable. No knots, no tangles. There's another technique for heavier climbing rope or thicker marine rope. I'll show you those in another video. If you'd like to watch me use a properly hanked piece of rope to build 22nd ridge line, check out this video. Thanks for watching.